Hi guys, my name is Dev Tyagi. I'm a journalist, podcaster, and co-team owner of the Bharat Veteran Premier League's VVIP Uttar Pradesh team. It gives me immense pleasure to make yet another video for the venerable, the beloved, the respected Selfie Times and Mr. Anwar Huda himself, of course. Well, the batsman I'm going to talk about today holds particular importance in the next games that are going to hit us. In the penultimate game, which is game number 47 of the ongoing ICC Men's ODI 2023 World Cup, all eyes will be on several players, but one in particular more than anything else. His name is Quinton de Kock. 29 ODIs against Australia, 1018 ODI runs against Australia, 3 centuries, a healthy batting average, destructive batting abilities. Where we talk about the 2023, that is the ongoing ODI Men's World Cup, he scored 591 one-day international runs, the most by any batsman. Whether you talk about South Africa, whether you talk about Pakistan, whether you talk about Afghanistan, of course, whether you talk about the Netherlands, of course, but obviously, or Sri Lanka. The highest ODI run scorer from a South African perspective will be the batsman to get out or dismiss early, whether you talk about a Mitchell Starc, whether you talk about the inform Adam Zampa, whether you talk about the Mitch Marshes of the world or whatnot. Quinton de Kock started his ODI career well over half a decade ago. It was 8 or 9 years back in the day when he was paired alongside the great, the legendary Hashim Amla, batsman we so love and we so admire. You could say the equivalent of the Rahul Dravid or the Yunus Khan for South Africa. Today, Quinton de Kock is the most experienced Protea batter, a batter up top who's unafraid to express himself, who attacks as much as he defends, who combines alacrity of expression with technical virtuosity, who combines aggression with flair for expression. A batsman on whom South Africa ride highly because they believe that if there's one batsman who can be a game changer, it's this QDC. But just how big a part can Quinton de Kock, the flamboyant left-hander, play in this massive semi-final game against the Aussies? 4 centuries so far in the ODI World Cup, which is why Correct Points co-founder Dev Tyagi, which is me, feels that he is going to be the batsman to watch. However, make no mistake. Make no mistake, because alongside Quinton de Kock, you have the Rassie van der Dusen. He scored well over 400 runs in this edition of the World Cup. In the 2019 ODI World Cup, which was RVD aka Rassie van der Dusen's maiden ODI World Cup, he scored 311 runs. He's already scored well over 400 runs this time around. There's the inform makeshift captain called Aiden Markram. Brilliant. A record-shattering century earlier in the World Cup. The 2023 Men's ODI World Cup being held in India, that is. Heinrich Klaassen. He's already made a brilliant personal best score of 174. What else would you need from a batsman who's as underappreciated as he's perhaps a blitzkrieg with the bat? South Africa are going to be no easy pushovers for a team like Australia, which is when you have the Mitchell Starcs, the Steve Smiths, the Marnus Labushans, the David Warners, the Adam Zampas of the world, and of course the Glenn Maxwells. So we have the batting lines drawn already, but the one batsman to watch out in particular is going to be the Quinton de Kock. The Quinton de Kock, I call him. You know why? There was a time when he was just giving support, being the anchor to the legendary Hashim Amla. Today, he is the Scud missile which South Africa is riding high on. And South Africa would definitely want to fire a surface-to-air missile which they would hope hits the Australian contingent. Not that the Australian captain Pat Cummins would want to entertain thoughts like that. But if there is one massive roadblock which is in front of the South African cricket team from winning the game against Australia, then it is this tag called chokers. It's a very humiliating tag. And Quinton de Kock would be aware that he's playing his final World Cup ever. Some of the last ODI World Cup games, he would want to finish on a high. Having said that, Australians would want to curb down QDC, aka Quinton de Kock. Once a flamboyant player of the team which had great names like Hashim Amla, Francois Faf du Plessis, and of course Abraham Benjamin de Villiers, aka AB de Villiers. Today, the guide, the anchor, the pivot, the hope, the confidence giver, the confidence booster rather, to the contemporary present day South African team. I dedicate this video to Selfie Times, of course, because it is Selfie Times YouTube channel, but I dedicate this video also to one of the greatest living fans of South African cricket. His name is Pranay Rangra. His passport is Indian. He's an Indian. His heart beats for South Africa. So we have a massive gain ahead of us, and I hope that we all gain from this game. The Proteas, called the Chokers, taking up against the most successful World Cup team in history in ODI cricket, Australia. Can it get bigger? Some will say yes, India versus New Zealand is bigger, but this is a colossal battle. May runs score from the bat of QDC. May the best team win. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening.